Winds of Plague said, let's hear it. And Wendy said, something no one has said about your music since 2009.
Oh.
Welcome to another episode from Takedowns to Breakdowns with A&P, and today we're here to check out Wendy's.
Yeah.
The burger place, not some random girl named Wendy's. So during National Roast Day, Wendy's took it to Twitter and asked anyone, everybody out there to post that they wanted to be roasted by them and that they would oblige with said roast. So I put together a list, not a list, but like screenshots of what I consider some of the best roasts that involved metal bands.
Yeah, and I kept telling him we should also ask them to roast us.
I did, but they didn't roast us.
Oh, really?
I guess we're not important. We're not big enough.
That could have been their roast.
Oh, did we got ignored?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that was maybe that was their roast. They were going buck wild on this thing, and everybody was jumping on it. It was almost like if you didn't get roasted by Wendy's, you were not cool enough.
Which means
we're not cool enough. I already knew that. But we're not the only ones. There were some bands that asked to be roasted that didn't get it. So that says more about them than it says about us.
Or it's just that Wendy's couldn't think of a good roast.
That's also possible. Or maybe there's nothing to roast us about.
Maybe
some people would disagree.
Good.
Yeah, some people would disagree. All right, so you ready for the first one? So we're going to go through a few that I put together so you guys can get an idea of how this went on National Roast Day on Twitter. And we're going to start off with Attack. They said, all right, burger bros, bozos. Oh, burger brozos. Let's get this party started. Roast me. And then Wendy said, guess when the other former members turn you down, the only real option is becoming a metalcore version of the Midnight. Ooh. By the way, Wendy's didn't hold back.
No, they didn't hold back at all.
On any of them. Even ones that they roasted that were not metal bands and whatever, they didn't hold back at all. I wonder who the person is working the Twitter that day.
Whoever he is, that day he gets paid a lot of money.
It has to be somebody who also knows all of these bands and knows a little bit of the background on the bands.
Definitely. You can't be
unless they have multiple people and it's like, okay, you tackle this group of people, you tackle that group of... Maybe that's what they do. All right, so what do you think about this one?
This one's good. This one's a good roast.
I think so too. I think this one hit the spot.
It did hit the spot, yeah.
It hit the spot, if you will. All right, let's check out the next one. So Conquer Divide said, roast us. And then Wendy said, if I wanted a bad Ed Sheeran cover, I would just go listen to Ed Sheeran.
Ooh. This one's better.
Oh, this is a zinger. Ooh. Do you notice that they didn't reply to the roast? Some bands replied to the roast. These guys
they let it be.
It's like a mic drop.
It's kind of like...
what is there for you to say to come back from this?
There's nothing to say.
This was a little bit below the belt.
When you want to get roasted, you have to take it on the cheek. There's no point in coming back at it.
And you have to expect that it's not going to be nice. It's not going to be pleasant, But it's all in good fun.
That's what a roast is.
Hey, it's all for the laughs. All right, let's check out the next one. So the next one is Fame on Fire. The band said roast us, and Wendy said, do you want a roast or would you prefer a cover of a roast?
Ooh.
That also says a lot about the band and their music.
We've seen Fame on Fire live.
We did. And they played a lot of covers.
They played a lot of covers. That's why this one's even better.
That's why this one makes a lot of sense.
A lot of sense.
We actually saw them on the tour with Ice Nine Kills.
It was our my last ever show.
Well, your first and last of 2021. So, yeah, this one hits home too.
This one, yeah.
If you know the band.
Especially because we saw them live.
If you know the band, yeah. And most of their stuff is covers.
Yeah.
They just give it their own spin. They take their own spin and they do their own thing. So most of their songs are covers. So this was interesting.
This was a good one.
All right, let's check out the next one. Fearless Records said, show us what you got if you haven't run out of roasts for Fearless. Aren't you running out of bands that sound like Machine Gun Kelly? I don't know if this is a roast or if this is just a statement, because this I love the good folks at Fearless, but this is pretty accurate.
I don't know if it's just a roast on Fearless Records or is it a roast to every single band that's signed to them.
Oh, you know what? I didn't think about that. So it's not only a roast on the label, it's also a roast on the bands that are part of that label.
They covered all the bands in that one roast.
Yeah, that is true.
That's a lot of power.
That is a lot of power. I think this is the only label that got involved on Roast Day. No other label decided to dip their toes in this water. So it is what it is. All right, let's check out the next one. Oh, there's no next one. That was the last one? Oh, no, there's another one. Lamb of God, let's hear it, Wendy's. My dad really dug your stuff. I feel like this is really tamed.
This one is tame, yeah.
Like, is that even a roast?
Yeah, it's just calling them old.
I know, but in a very indirect kind of way.
Yeah.
But is this even...
This is the tamest one. This is the tamest one. It's just
Yeah.
calling them old.
I feel like... I don't know. I feel like it's just... Yeah. Considering the other ones before, this was kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
This is kind of eh.
The weak
All right.
one.
So, Underoath said, roast us. And then Wendy said, when new stuff sounds like my little brother trying to cuss for the first time. This one is interesting for a couple of reasons. One is that they were a Christian metal band. So, there was, I guess, no cursing before. But now they've kind of moved away from that Christian metal band label. So they're trying to stretch their wings, and I think that's where this roast comes in, where it's like, oh, you finally discover swear words, and now you're incorporating... I kind of feel like this is coming that way.
Yeah.
Also,
which
the band...
means you have to actually, like...
Yeah, and it's also like the band has a new album, so they have a new sound, a little bit different from the previous album. So I feel like there's... You have to unpack this one. This roast has a little bit of... It's like a lasagna. There's a little bit of layers in there, so you have to unpack this one. And I think the last one... No, it's not the last one. I think there's one more after this one. So we have... We come as Romans. Oh shit. Us next, Wendy's. Roast away. Really searching, seeking, reaching for relevance, huh? Wow.
And that was a reply to the Wendy's tweet about Underoath.
Yes, it was. And that's why they said that.
Yeah.
Because now they're not only asking to be roasted, they're piggybacking off of the Underoath
they're doing
vibe.
They're doing it in a way that it gets the Wendy's, whoever's behind the account, to actually see it.
Not only that, but also the people who are checking out the Underoath reply and whatever, they'll also see this one.
See this one, yeah.
So it doesn't disappear in the whole plethora of people asking them to get roasted.
Yeah.
Because you're tagging on to already a conversation that is
was
happening.
already roasted, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, now this is the last one. Winds of Plague said, let's hear it. And Wendy said, something no one has said about your music since 2009.
Oh.
I feel like this is a mic drop.
And then they responded, haha, fair.
I think this is the best one. Don't you agree?
This was the best one, yeah.
This was the best one. When I saw this, I was following this hashtag National Roast Day as it was happening.
Yeah.
So I kept refreshing and I kept reading. Some of the ones that didn't involve metal bands were freaking hilarious. I think they roasted Disney. I don't know, a bunch of other companies, like some big companies. They just roasted whoever asked to be roasted. They just roasted them. But most of the ones being roasted were people with a blue check mark, right? Because they're verified. Whatever.
Yeah.
So, anyways, it was really funny. It was really interesting. And once again, kudos to the person or the people behind the Wendy's Twitter handle, because this was not something that the band would say roast me, and then 2 hours later there's the comeback. No, the band would say roast me, and then within a minute or two, Wendy's would reply with a roast. So, I mean, that's you have to act pretty quick on your feet. And you have to have a very wide knowledge base.
Yeah.
Because you're roasting bands from different genres, different companies.
If you want to get a good roast, you have to go into their history.
So I'm thinking there's probably multiple people on the handle doing the whole thing. But I was really impressed how quick the turnaround was. Like, this Winds of Plague was super quick. They posted, and then they replied like within half an hour to an hour they would reply. It was quick. Some of them were quicker than others. It all depends, because during National Roast Day, the bigger you are, the quicker you got to turn around. But also, they got flooded. There was so many people, so many bands, so many businesses asking to be roasted.
So there's no way it couldn't be one person. And if it is, absolute,
oh, it deserves a raise.
Dragon of a human being here.
I know, it deserves a raise. I had a fun time going through it, and I thought I would put this together for those of you that are not on Twitter, for those of you that missed the fun on National Roast Day. Wendy's does this every year, by the way. On National Roast Day, they do this every year. So kudos to them for bringing some lulz to the Twitters.
Too bad I'm not that much into Twitter, because it's not a real place.
I like Twitter for this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
this kind of stuff, and following like your favorite wrestlers and that kind of shit.
If that little portion that you do on Twitter was the only thing Twitter had to offer, I would be on Twitter.
I know, but you just follow whoever you want to follow. It's not like you have to follow the whole world.
That's true, but
I just try to filter what I try to do is I try to clean up Twitter as much as I can to get rid of all the garbage that I don't like and just concentrate on the shit that I find that it's amusing, like this stuff. I don't even follow Wendy's.
You should follow Wendy's.
No, but I follow Lamb of God, so I saw the Lamb of God tweet. That's how I got to the whole thing. And I was like, fuck, that was a weak roast. I wonder if there's better. And then I went in, and then like there were better. This one. This one was definitely better. So, anyways, we just wanted to share this with you guys. So, in case you're not on Twitter, you can have some laughs on National Roast Day. Wendy's does this, like I said, every single year. It's always fun to see what they have to say, and some of these were absolute mic drops. So, thank you for watching this video. We'll see you guys next week on another video. Take care.
See ya.